What up, Dan? That was pretty cool, huh? I had to do a little bit of OBS magic. But here we are yet again. Yeah, dude, I wasn't kidding. When I said I was gonna bum rush, I meant I was gonna bum rush. Also, how does my microphone sound? Am I too loud? I haven't used this setup in a while. So I don't know if my mic is too loud. Actually, wait, let me check. Let me just check the YouTube stream real quick. Dude, I wasn't kidding. When I said I was gonna bum rush, I meant I was gonna bum rush. Also, how does my microphone sound? All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I sound good, dude. I wasn't kidding, dude. I bum rushed it. I bum rushed it. After we finished on Wednesday, Thursday I played it, Friday I played it, and today I just kept bum rushing. I got that piece of the logbook I was missing. I got that piece of the logbook that I was missing. So now there's only a few logbook pieces left that I should get. That OBS trick was pretty cool, huh? I'm like, I can't have the last stream and not have the opening movie. Come on. Come on. That's just not right. So I had to do a little bit of some real streamer tech. I know that went hard. No, dude, I'm still on hard. The difficulty is still on Sword Demon. I'm just that fast. The difficulty is still on Sword Demon. I just work quick. But without further ado, I feel like the delay when you use OBS is a little more brolic than when you do it on PlayStation. But either way, it is time for us to finally remember, Dan. 7%. We have 7% left. Let's see what the differences are. Let's see if that 7% is exactly what we needed, or if it's just something to check off the checklist. Let's go. Let me know how the game sounds as well. I can turn it up if I need to. Let me know how the audio mix is. Do I sound too much louder than the game? Alright, awesome. Alright. This is for all the marbles. Want to know a fun fact? I'm pretty sure Castor is the narrator for this section. Fitting considering who he is, huh?
そして今月満ちし時彼は願いを叶えんとする
Okay, I'll turn the game up a tiny bit, just a smidgen. We'll do that right now. All right, I turned it up just a tiny bit.
何をしている？器を立てと私に命じろ。あるいは己が手で断ち切るか。
もしもの話だ、セイバー。英月の器は立たぬ。そう、俺が口にしたならばどうする？
いおり。
ああ。
この後に及んで妙なことを言う。随分なわがままだ。
そうだな。あくまでもしもだ。マスターがそのように口にしたらどうする？お前は聞く耳持たぬか？お前ならばどうする？チエモン。
貴様！
くだらん問答で。
釣れないな。言ってみせろ。どうせお前は。
残念だったな。英月は俺がいただく。今。
Bro, where's Lansing?
お前を。
Bro, is she waiting outside?
てめえ、その目。そうかよ。ようやく現世の皮を脱ぎやがったか。ずいぶんだ。ああ、ずいぶんだ。てめえのそれは。ずいぶんなもんだ。
どうしたチエモン。おじけづいたか？
誰が？
では試合と行こう。そのためにここまで来たのだろう。さあ。言ったか？
いおり。
邪魔は失せた。最後の仕上げにかかるとしよ
うん。
う。なんだその顔は。ああ、あの問いかけか。あんなものはただの冗談。ジョークの類だ。気にしてくれるな。
いおり。君は。
ネズミか。死にてえのサーバントが一気。どうやら当たりを引いたな。当たりか。それは僕のセリフだ。ひどく腹が減って頭も回らなくなっていた。魔術師ならばいい需要になる。少しは長く記録を続けられそうだ。当世の民の魂まで食らって流らえた我が身。無意に朽ちさせるつもりは。
Oh, he's gonna take his mask off?
貴様の自
I know he looks like a Tarkatan.
分ことか。俺と同じ匂いがするんだよ。ああ、 安心する。外道らしい外道の匂いだ。ここで死ね。今すぐに死ね。俺の願いのために英霊七騎ことごとく死ね。願いか。お前がそれを口にするなど滑稽極まりないな。命の一つや二つ投げ打つ気概があるならばまだ救いようもあるが、お前剣気を前にひるんだろう。やれやれ、島原の死者もさぞや嘆いていよう。貴様、俺の何を。お前の願いは復讐か破滅か、どちらにしてもつまらない。理解に苦しむ。お前こそ我が願いの礎となるがいい。僕は英月を手に入れ、この世の全てを記録する。てめえに英月は過ぎた代物で口の減らない輩だな。あがくなよネズミ。面倒なのは嫌いなんだ。理解に苦しむな。わからないのか。無駄なのだと。
The fact that Caster did that goes so hard, bro. But I'm wondering, yo, where the heck's Lancer?
まだわからないか。願いし者よ。お前の願いはとこしえにかなわないのだと。そうかもな。だがかなわねえのはてめえも同じだ。
This goes so hard, man.
お前の炎。どこにこんな力を。くそ、僕は。
Dan, I'm still laughing at how you wouldn't think I was gonna bum rush this game in like 2 days.
ランサー、お前は俺のところへは来るな。
Bro, she had Kaya on deck, bro. Where was she bringing her?
マスター。
Keep going, Joanne. Keep going. You gotta save the plot.
あなたにとってはこれで。
Yeah, bro. Bro, Joanne was literally she was trying to clutch the plot just now. Oh!
行かなくちゃ。
Oh! Dan, 7%! 7%! 7%! The 7%! The 7%! The 7%! Bro!
俺より一思いに頼むぞ。
あありがとう、ジンさん。
英月、無事に無力化できたな。ではやるぞ、イオリ。
いや、英月は壊さない。英月の義によって江戸の民が死ぬ。悪しきこと許されぬことだ。それはわかる。だがこれ以上見て見ぬふりはできない。平穏の世にあって乾きに乾いた己がうちの剣を。セイバー、俺は英月を災いとして永遠に残す。
そうか。
驚かないのか、セイバ
驚かないよ。君はそうするしかないだろうと分かっていた。
日向のごとく穏やかで人の道を尊ぶ。余人はそういう風に俺を見る。お前もだったな。もう一度言う。俺は違う。そうではないんだ。人として正しくあろうとは思う。情も心も人の世には有益なもの。終生穏やかによく生きるための最善手。まさに呼吸のようなものだ。それはわかる。わかっている。故にこそ従った。だがそれが目的だったことは一度もない。故に見たこともない。俺の目的は今も昔も変わらない。変えられない。欲とするものはただ一つ。剣の道を極めること。だからセイバー、俺はやはり優しい人ではないんだよ。俺が穏やかに振る舞うのは、人の道を尊ばんとするのは、穏やかで人の道を尊びながら生きる太平の世の人々を理解するため。 相手が何を思い、何を考えるのか、理解すれば切りやすい。多くを切るため、多くを俺は理解したい。江戸の人々を、師匠を、お前を、誰も彼も、そうとも。誰も彼もに俺は勝つ。誰も彼もを切り伏せる。そのために生きている。あの夜に見た極限の剣のように。だから残す。英月は残す。あまたの強者を誘い、集うための災いとして、俺のために残す。思えば、そう。大蛇を断ち切るお前を目にした。かの日より、剣の神がごときありように見とれた。かの日より、俺は、お前とし合うことを、何より願っていたのかもしれない。ああ。俺は、なんと、セイバ
ー。より。無駄だ。
美しい。
哀れむまい。
その願いが叶えてやれたらどれほどよいか。
その願いを捨ててくれればどれほどよいか。
見えている。
来るがよい。甘い。見切れまい。木は熟した。無駄だ。刮目せよ。解き放つ。行くぞ。木は熟した。無駄だ。
見えた。
弱いな。刮目せよ。見切れまい。木は熟した。無駄だ。刮目せよ。行くぞ。解き放つ。行くぞ。避けるなよ。
奥の手。
我らの願い、未来念を交わるまい。
お前に師匠に出会ってしまった。
私は 私のなすべきを捨てられない。私が奪ったあまたの命に近い。善をなす。
乱世なき江戸の世であるのに、俺は剣の頂へ至る道を再び望んだのだ。
故に善をなす者として、
すなわちただ剣の鬼として。
君を切る。ただ君自身のために。
お前を切るよりもはや道はなし。
見せてやれ。甘い。ここだ。火は熟した。無駄だ。発目せよ。
押し切る。
火は熟した。無駄だ。見せてやれ。火は熟した。無駄だ。
押し切る。
見せてやれ。聞くものだ。
危険。ツバメ返し。
発目せよ。
どうしたセイバー。
油断したな。
食らえ。
そこだ。火は熟した。無駄だ。発目せよ。
ここだ。
見せてやれ。聞くものだ。見せてやれ。火は熟した。
かセイバー。違うだろう。もっと俺に見せろ。
火は熟した。無駄だ。そこだ。火は熟した。無駄だ。そこだ。発目せよ。見せてやれ。聞くものだ。 熟した。
見えた。
刮目せよ。火は熟した。
危険。ツバメ返し。
見せてやれ。甘い。
いや、ここだ。危険。ツバメ返し。
刮目せよ。火は熟した。無駄だ。
どうした。誠の力を見せろ、セイバー。
ああ、言われずとも。
来るか、発揮怒涛。ここ。なぜ。
君の言う通り、勝つために相手の気持ちを考えたんだ。
ああ、それは勝てないな。
より求むるが人の道なれば必ずや幸福に生きられたろう。だがお前は剣の道を求めたことで全てを捨てた。首手柄はわしの代までだ。この先に戦はない。人の道しかない。兵法の祭りは終わったのだ。だというのに。いおりよ。お前は。
生まれる時代を間違えた。己 の我を殺し、欲を殺し、太平の世の空気を拒んだ。それこそ息をしない屍のように。剣の道はついえていたんだ。だが剣としてお前に打ち壊された。まさに望んだ通りの人生だ。長い夢のようだったが。
いおり、
あの夜殺されるはずだった港の一夜からずっと続く月に焦がれるような夢だった。なんだ、まったく師匠も人が悪い。剣であってもこれ以上はない。共に恵まれることがあるじゃないか。
Yeah, bro. Since in this ending, Yuisho Setsu and Iori never like became like they never shook hands or anything. She didn't confide anything. She literally they deported her and then she just bounced. It was fun playing the rat path again, because think about it. I played rat for my very first playthrough, then I did snake twice in a row. So the snake side is fresh in my head. The rat side, actually, I kind of forgot some stuff. It was kind of cool seeing some of the dialogues after that I had forgotten about.
本来なら君に私の願いを叶えてもらうもしももあったのだろう。でもいいんだ。願いは叶った。これ以上は望めない。宮本伊織、君こそは私の
Man! Oto Tachibana, where was you going? She literally said, I must go. I'm like, oh snap. Yeah, where was she going? Leaving the plot? Bro, she walked out the story. She was like, I must go. I'm like, oh shoot. The 15th servant finally gonna do their thing. Maybe you think there's gonna be a post credits? Ah, this game is so good, man. I allegedly 100% the game. We're gonna see after these credits. In theory, I should have. If I didn't, I'll be shocked. I thought last stream was the last stream. This stream should be the last stream. Watch this one not be the last one because I'm still missing one more logbook entry. Then I gotta make another stream that's the last one. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I got everything. I got that last logbook and I did the... I'm pretty sure there's nothing left. But you know, even the Entreat the Darkness chapter, you remember what I said when I first did the Snake Path? And I said it literally feels like the Snake Path just like there's stuff that's just missing in the Rat Path that's in the Snake Path. That's still how it feels even now. Like, it doesn't feel like anything happened here of noteworthy. Like, the Rat Path doesn't feel like anything crazy enough happened that didn't happen in the Snake Path. But there are 100%, there are easily listable things that happened in the Snake Path that did not happen in the Rat Path. Definitely, I feel like the Snake Path, it feels like the most complete adventure. Even down to the Entreat the Darkness, it feels like the most complete one. I love this song, bro. I love this arrangement. All right, we done? Uh-huh. Understandable. I've made 11 saves for this game. 108 hours, 21 minutes, and 16 seconds. There's only one thing left. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We did it, team. We did it, guys. We freaking did it. Started this journey on October 2nd. Ended it on February 3rd. Did a video? Man. We did it, team. Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah! Bro, Dan, I'm laughing. Tell me what, right? When I started clapping, you sent the clapping emojis. Like, it's delayed, but that's how it looks for me. We did it, team. We did it. Now, the moment I've been waiting for. A few things. One, so you know what I find very interesting about this game that I actually didn't know? I didn't. Okay, so it didn't surprise me when I learned it, but I didn't know it, and it surprised me a little bit. Did you know that this game actually is um like Miyamoto Iori and Yui Shosetsu were real people in history. Like they existed. You could look them up. And Chiaman, while I don't think Chiaman himself is like a historical person, the event that he survived, the Shimabara thing where everybody got massacred, that's real. That really happened. Because I believe it was the Shimabara rebellion, and the rebellion got watched. The Shimabara rebellion got shut down, and they all got murked. Chiaman's a survivor of that. That's a real event that happened. Now obviously, like obviously Yui Shosetsu in real life was not a homunculus, a female homunculus, but like I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously Miyamoto Iori did not summon a servant or anything like that, but I thought that was quite interesting. Also, this is also interesting because the Shimabara rebellion, the person who led like the attack to shut that down, like the counterattack to that, who went and like dispelled it, was Amakusa Shiro. I think you know who that is, right? He's from another Fate series. I know what he looks like. I'm like, wait, Amakusa, really? And I didn't look it up. I did not look this up. But you know what else I'm thinking? I have a sneaking suspicion. I haven't looked it up yet. I'll figure it out one day on my own. But I have a sneaking suspicion that Mori Soiken. Well, he's from another Fate series. Amakusa Shiro is from another Fate series. And Mori Soiken, I have a sneaking suspicion that Mori Soiken is also from another Fate series. I don't know which one. Well, I can make a okay. By process of elimination, I can make a guess. But Mori Soiken was also real, because if you didn't know, Mori Soiken was basically so there was the Shimabara rebellion, like I said. Mori Soiken was one of the like he was a part of that. But I gotta look. I might have to like make sure I'm correct. I'd have to look up what the I'm trying to think. Let me make sure my history is right. Yeah. The Shimabara rebellion. The actual history, I had to look it up to make sure. I had my history mixed up. I'm sorry. Amakusa Shiro was one of the leaders in that. But Chiaman, he wasn't part of the rebellion because he was just a kid, but he was one of the kids there. It was, what was it, like Shimabara, like it was some tax, like some government thing, like some civil thing, and then they rebelled against the shogunate, so the shogunate like sent in the troops and just murked everybody. Like, you know what I mean? They squashed it. It's like one of those, I'm pretty sure stuff like that happened in U.S. history too. I just can't think of one off the top of my head. But that's basically how it went. So I thought that was interesting because I didn't realize that some of these people were real. Like Miyamoto Iori, I didn't know he was real. I didn't know Yu Shotsu was real. I didn't know Shimabara. I didn't know the thing that Chiyama survived really happened. Mori Soken is real. Like I thought it was very cool, very very cool. Everybody else, I don't know, but I know 1, 2, 3. Those 3 are based in history, real history, which I think is cool. Zheng Changong is also real. Zheng Changong is also a real person. he was real. He was a real Chinese guy. I knew about him though. Like Zheng Changong, I'm like, I heard of that guy. I just forgot what I heard about him from. So I looked him up. Yeah, he's real. I don't know if Tsuchimikado was real. I don't think Dorothy was real. You know what? We beat the game. I can't spoil myself now. Let me look him up. I don't think she's real though. She's a fake character. She can't be real. Yeah. She's a fake character, obviously. I could tell that one. Tsuchimikado. I don't know. I don't think Tsuchimikado. Like, I don't think this guy was real. But the family, like the clan he's from, the Tsuchimikado clan, that's real. That was real as well. I don't think this guy's real, but like where he, like the clan he's a part of is real. That existed. Now hold on, let me see. Okay, hold on. I think hold on. I think I think Dayu is a real person too, or based on one. Because there's someone named Takao II, who was a Tayu, one of the highest ranking courtesans of Yoshiwara. That's what she is in this game. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think that's really cool. Like, these are characters, like, you know, characters based off of real history, not just people. Characters based off of real history, real people that lived, not just like someone like Dorothy. Dorothy's not real, but they just made a fake character to fit in the time. That's pretty cool. Yeah, bro, we got 1, 2. I guess I'll count him as a 3, 4, 5. 6 of the 7 masters are actually rooted in real history. I just Dorothy. It feels weird that she's not rooted in real history. I feel like I just couldn't find it. There has to be something. Hold on, bro. Oh, hold on. There it is. Oh, no. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Oh my god. You know what it is, Dan? Dorothy Coyette isn't a real person, but you know who is? Her dad. Frederick Coyette is a real guy that existed. Bro, how cool is that? How cool is that, bro? Everybody on this roster has some sort of rooting in real history. They didn't just like fan fiction all of them. Like, well, kind of, but like also not. Ain't that cool? Miyamoto Iori was straight up a real person. Zhang Chenggong was straight up a real person. Chiyamon survived what I believe to be the Shimabara Rebellion, which was a real event that happened. Yusho Setsu was a real person. Tsuchi Mikado, I don't think this guy is real, but the clan he's from is real. Dorothy Coyette isn't real, but the family she's from, the Coyette family, Frederick Coyette, is real. And I think Dayu is either a real person or based on a real person. One or the other. You know how cool that is, bro? That's actually godlike. Now, anyways, the story's over. We've done. Hold on. Look at that. 100%. Just pretend the 88 is a 100. Just pretend the 88 is a 100, cause it should be. I'm so happy. Now, I can remember how I said I don't want to do a certain type of talk last time I streamed. Not to talk like it. This game was great. This was real. This really was a good game. A very good Fate. And I feel like it really, they did a really great job with the characters they picked for the story. The masters, both the masters and the servants. Great story, great. You know, Fate, bro, Fate stayed dropping bangers. But now, this is the moment I've been waiting for, personally. Too bad Kenny's not here, bro. But we'll be able to have this conversation with him soon. I have a question for you, Dan. And we're on a Brawl Extreme delay, so I'll sit here and wait until your answer appears. Who was your favorite? I have 3 questions for you, and the answers. Okay, the answers there could be overlap in the answers. I have 3 questions. Who was your favorite character? Who was your favorite master? And who was your favorite servant? I'd rather ask first because you're on a delay, so I'll just wait for you. When I talk, I'm not on a delay. You're on a delay hearing what I'm saying, but that's different. I'll just sit here and wait. I'll just sit here and wait to hear your thoughts. Yeah, bro. I knew you're a Samson enjoyer. Iori goes hard too, man. Iori was godlike. Samson was amazing. Saber, amazing. Dayu, that Dayu's so nice. Dayu is such a lovable character, and I think she is based on I think she is based on the real person, and I say that because I know there was a like there was a mention in a like she was like the nicest. I think out of all the top girls at Yoshiwara, like everybody loved her because she was so nice and caring and like compassionate and sympathetic. You know, you could tell she's like that. She cares about everybody. Samson goated. I think Samson was a really cool character to make a certain. Cause most not most. I guess I just thought he was a cool character to make a berserker. A man literally powered by God. Oh, bro, Iori, dude. That is the best way to describe it, bro. Because it's like you said, he was aware. Iori was the type of dude he would never get like in a pickle and be like, "Huh, what's going on?" No, he'd be like, "I see. I think this is what's happening. I think we should do this." Bro did not. He did not sit on his thumbs, bro. He was about action. He was gonna figure out how to get out of any circumstance he found himself in, bro. He's clutch. Even if his plans aren't always perfect, and he needs Saber's help sometimes, my man is always like you said, he's always thinking of the most effective plan or way to get through whatever adversity he is facing in the moment. Saber was very cool. I thought Saber was cool because towards the ending, like I re-listened to some story stuff while I was speedrunning the game. I didn't skip it, and it was just like, man, Saber. The moment where like Saber decides the waxing moon is not good, like right after you saw Tsuchimikado take over all the servants and you freed them and Tsuchimikado died, Saber was like, this thing needs to be destroyed. I can't let this thing stay in this world. I have to do the right thing. Like I have to do the right thing. Like that's the important thing. Like I have to do the right thing for the sake of all the people like I killed in my past. I'm not gonna let something like this like exist. I have to literally just do the right thing. I don't know why I was summoned. I don't remember my wish, but what I do know is that I need to do what's right. And I thought that was very, like, it hit a lot towards the end. Because that was like, Saber Ben said that they were gonna they were going to do the right thing. Yeah, nah, man. Dayu's cool because I think Dayu is a cool character. I think because I think out of every master, she's like the weakest one. She don't even know how to do magic. I don't even think she has magic circuits, or if she does, they're so like not usable. Like she basically can't do anything. She just sits. She would just sit in her you know, the big, what was it called, Miura yacht. He would just sit there all day and be like, I can't fight. But despite her literally being like the weakest person, it's like you said, she was really kind and very courageous. And I feel like I think I talked about this before, but I think the amount that somebody having courage, the scale on which somebody's courage can move you, I think is like relative. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it can be amplified or it can be kind of like unamplified. Like, it all depends on the character. And I always feel like it always you can't help but like somebody who is courageous despite not really being able to do much, but they want to try. And I think that is like you can't, for me I can't help but respect that quality. And like you said, she's kind-hearted. Like she was like when she was talking to Berserker, like it was just a testament to her character. She's like Musashi's like we can't chase him. We're lucky that he ran away from us because he could destroy this entire city. We just gotta just let him go. And Dayu's like, no way, we are not doing that. It's like, this dude has protected Yoshiwara literally since he got here, and you think I'ma just leave him for the fishes? If I was like that, I'd be no better than the people who take advantage of the girls here. You're crazy. I'm never gonna like abandon somebody who I'm connected to. She said something like that. She's like, you are crazy. I'd rather die than do that. And I'm like, man. Like how can you not just be like, heck yeah? That's what Musashi was like, heck yeah. Forget everything I just said. Let's go. like how can you not, bro? And then even after the war, even after you guys fought Samson, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna just tap out. I'm not doing this anymore. And they're like, why? And then she's like, I'm not selfish enough. Like, I wouldn't like sacrifice Samson just to protect myself to try to get my wish granted. Like, no way. I brought him peace. I'm done with this. I'm out. I'll figure out how to do it on my own. She tapped out immediately because it's like, if I had to sacrifice someone I was close to achieve my goal, I'd rather just completely cut off that path and try to do it some other way. She left the war cold turkey. She was like, no, I'm done. Musashi, you can do what you want. I'm gonna just go back home. I'll I'll fulfill my wish in my own way, because I'm not gonna sacrifice somebody I cared about to make my wish come true. I'm like, man, like how can you not respect that, bruh? She's great. She's great. Samson, awesome. Berserker. Saber, awesome. You know, because Saber took some time to, I think the thing about Saber that I think I found so interesting is that Saber is strong and can easily kill monsters and people and gods alike. Like Saber is capable of all that. They know they are. And throughout the game, Saber's like, well, we can't just kill him? Like, why we gotta leave him alive? If we're fighting, you fight, you kill him. Like why we gotta keep him alive? And then you always like, nah, bro, like this is a peaceful time. We can't just be murking people. And I thought it was interesting because despite Saber being like that, I think over time, like living with Iori and Kaya and Ito, like a time of peace, I think Saber still has that same energy of like we could just kill him. But I think the change is more like Saber if they do it, it's because they're doing the right thing in their eyes. That's the difference that I think I didn't realize that I didn't realize before that I realized, and I was like, oh, that's actually really important. Cause I'm like, even like there was a time at the beginning of the game where Saber was like, how come I can't use my normal Phantasm? Like, who cares if these people in this village die? That's just how it goes when people fight. But over time, it's like, no, this thing can't exist. Like, these people, like, this is a time of peace. Like, we need to protect this. Which I thought was a very cool character development. I thought it was a very, very, very nice character development. Because, it's like, what did Saber say? What did Saber say? Like, it was like, Saber went on that path, and then once they lost Oto Tachibana Hime, on that path, it was like, it was just so much like grief that it was just like, it wasn't worth it. I feel like that was what Saber's, like, their ending, their answer was like, this wasn't worth it. Like, this path is just not, it's not worth it. No matter what, it just isn't. Thought it was very cool, very, very cool character. Even though Saber and Iori have plenty of meme moments, Saber is definitely, despite their seeming indifference to like killing, they are a very good-hearted person. Like, they definitely are like a hero. So I thought that was really cool. Now, for me, my favorite character overall Um, my favorite character overall, huh? There's like a few. Like it's hard. Now, my favorite master. Nah, I think Iori's too good. I think he's also my favorite overall character. Like, it's the same thing when we finished Garden of Sinners, bro, and all three of us was like my favorite character was Shiki. Like when you make the main character that good, it's like I just like you. You're like my favorite. You're so great. But my favorite master is kind of hard. It's like I'm stuck between Yui Shosetsu and Chiamon. It's hard. It's hard to pick because I like Yui Shosetsu like as a character. I like Yui Shosetsu. By that I mean like I want to be friends with Yui Shosetsu. My normal person side is like Yui Shosetsu's great. My writer side is like Chiamon is the GOAT. That's basically where I'm at. My casual like normal normie, if you want to use that word, like side is like yo, Yui's great. My like writing inspiration side is like bro, Chiamon, bro. That man is goated. It's literally I can feel the split between my thoughts. Cause Yui Shosetsu, I guess I can talk about it from both perspectives. Yui Shosetsu is a very just good character, a righteous character. That's literally what they're called, I think. The selfless liberator or something like that. The righteous liberator, something like that. Yui is they're very honorable. You know, like they spared Iori in the beginning because they're like killing somebody when they don't even know my name and don't even know that they're in a war is just everyone's counter to my principles. So let's just leave. Very honorable, very respectable, very righteous. You know, when you learn about Yui's wish that she wants to just make the world good, like get rid of all the bad in the world, it's like it's a dream or goal that I guess time and time again in many different stories, I feel like that type of vision is seen as naive, kind of. Like, because, you know, I feel like every story like that, realistically, like, you always get shown the reality of, like, that's almost impossible. But Yui was so determined to do it. Even Yui was like, if I wouldn't need the waxing moon to try and do it if it wasn't a crazy like ideal. But also Yui is a very like nice character. Like when you're on the ray of light path, when you're on the snake path, it's like she's very like friendly, and she's someone who like she's really like she's very passionate and very sympathetic and empathetic. I think empathetic is the word I'm looking for, not sympathetic. But I believe her weakness is that like her I guess naivety. She's not gullible or anything like that, but it's just more like I can't even say that because I feel like the things that she misunderstood were things that I don't think she could have seen for what they were, if that makes sense. Like, Ryder's a prime example. Ryder was completely on her side, like my liege, like I'll dedicate my entire soul to your goal, to your wish of like your soul, like this world truly is rotten and like there's so much wrong that needs to be righted. The only issue was that Ryder is actually crazy and is like, yes, the world is bad, so we just gotta destroy everything, including myself. Like Ryder's not saying I'm gonna destroy the world. Ryder is saying everything, including me, needs to be completely obliterated so we can restart. It's so bad we can't redeem it otherwise. And it's like, I mean, I said this before. Can you really blame Yui for getting caught between a rock and a hard place? Like, I can't blame Yui for that. And the same thing with the Yori. When she realized the Yori's true nature, but she was like, I misunderstood you from the beginning, and that was why I misjudged you. I feel like she's just such a sincere, and you know what I think I feel like it is to some extent? I think she's a homunculus, she's an artificial human, she learned things. And I feel like because of that, she's strong, she can fight, she's very resolute. But I think the thing about her that makes it very like that kind of gets to me a little bit is that and although all of that is on the front, I feel like the word I was looking for was not naive. I think the word I was looking for was that I think there's a certain innocence that she has that nobody else does. Did that make sense? She's very innocent, but she's also like, I don't want to say realistic, because she understands like this goal is crazy. I need the waxing moon to make this a reality. But I think she's righteous to a fault. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like there's like some innocence there. Like why do bad things have to happen? Like why do people have to suffer? Like why does it have to be this way? You know what I mean? She just wants everybody to be happy. And I think that it's because of that innocence that it's like she I guess the best way I can describe it is like she like how heartbroken she is when like these things come to light. You know what I mean? Like, bro, when Ryder turned out, like when Ryder, like, you know, like turned up, bro, she was crying. She started crying. And like I don't say that in a bad way. I just say it like, you know what I mean? I just want everybody to be happy. Why did this have to happen? Like you know what I mean? And then she blames herself. She's like, this is all my fault, like, because I had this wish and I ruined everything, and I my wish gave me this servant, and like it's like I just want to pat her on the back, be like, it's not your fault. Like, I believe. I want to shake her hand, bro. I believe. Don't be sad. You know? But that makes her really likable. That makes her really likable. And it's just like she's very like genuine and innocent to an extent. Like she knows how to fight. She knows how to throw hands. She will murk somebody with her sword if she needs to. But it's just like you know, like she saw happiness, but then she saw suffering, and it's just like, why? And like, can you really? I can't dislike anybody who feels that way. But realistically, no matter how like righteous or relatable or correct a dream like that is, I feel like the reality of it isn't every story is just like you that's almost impossible. But I feel like that's why Iori like touched her heart, because he was like, I think it'll become reality. Like, you have a beautiful wish. Like, don't give up on it. You know? Now Chiemon though. Chiemon. So, we gotta switch off the normal liking and like switch on the writer brain. Chiemon, bro, like, at first I thought he was just an evil guy who just happened to go through like an event and became evil. But like the more you play the different routes, it's just like just like everybody else, he has a wish, but he's willing to do anything to achieve it. He's willing to kill. He's willing to sin. Is the buzzword or keyword or important word, relevant word, I guess. Commit so much sins to reach that. And you know what? There was another dialogue, a story beat that I had to re-listen to when Chiemon had a dream about Joanne. He was like, because I guess in his eyes, he's seen hell. He saw hell, and he wants to bring that on everybody. But he also wants to see his family again. But he just wants revenge. And I think when he saw Joanne's end in the dream, he was like, I had a dream that I saw this woman. This woman was burned by the people that trusted her like that. You know, she was betrayed and burned. And like that woman had to have seen hell. But she didn't, like, she just took it, basically. She just took it. And Joanne was like, there are some sins that can't be pardoned, and some blood on your hands that just can't be washed away. I think she realized that, and that was why she was able to accept it. And he was like, you think so? Really? And I think that's important, because I think that was what he realized at the end of his story. It's like, what I've done, I can't come back from it. My wish won't change it, like, but where I'm going, like I said before, like where I'm going, I need to go there by myself. He seems so violent and full of spite, which he is. He doesn't like talking to people. He doesn't like Joanne pitying him or trying to help him or anything. Like, he's like, don't, like, I'm going there by my, like, don't, just leave me alone, kind of energy. But at the very end, I think the way he went out with the second hand La Pusil to Merc Caster. I think that for him was like, that was a way to go out. For him, that was like satisfactory. Because I think he just realized it's like, basically, I feel like when when he saw Iora like that and ran away, he was so angry. Like, that's how he is. He's not normal. He was angry, and he was just venting at Castor, basically. He was just letting out anger because he, at that point, even though his servant was still there, even though like that stuff was still there, it was like he was mad. He's like, you need to get in that holy waxing moon right now. We need the servants to go into the waxing moon so I can get my wish granted. But it was like he was coping. Like he was kind of raging like that. But I think it's because he realized my wish is not coming true. The war's over and I'm a loser. If the war's over, I lost. I can't. Like this is it for me. And I think that was, but then that was when the part of like everything he did for the sake of that wish is not something that can just be washed away. You can't just swipe it under the rug. It's like, I'm never going to see my family again. I'm just going to go to hell alone. But you coming with me. And he just killed Castor. He's like, I'm not getting my wish, you're not getting yours. And he murked them. And then it was just like, that's it for me. Lancer, do not follow. And I'm like, I can't. All the spite and evil and treachery and whatever other bad adjectives you could use to describe him, but he had a wish just like everybody else. And similarly to everybody else, or most other people, some people just, Iori and Dai just kind of ended up. But like, similar to other characters, he thought that the waxing moon, or he believed that the waxing moon was the only way for him to be able to achieve his wish. But because of the type of character he is, when faced with the reality that that's not gonna happen, he like Yui Shosetsu gets sad and leaves. Zheng Chenggong takes the L and leaves. Chiamon gets angry and he's like, I need to go beat up somebody. Type thing. But it's like he was just a victim of an event and was doing things the only way he knew how, kind of, if that makes sense. That's why to me it's just like I can't hate him for it. I think he's an evil guy. I think he's a bad person, kind of. But like, I think where it's coming from is not a bad place. He's just a result of his own life. He's a result of what happened in his life. So it's like, I can't dislike him for that. But it takes like 4 playthroughs to be able to understand him to that level. The first you're like, dude, this dude's just evil. But then it's like, nope. Bro literally just wants to see his family again. He wants to see his family again, but also at the same time get revenge on the people that killed him. Which was the shogunate, which is basically Japan. Like, you get what I'm saying? My man basically got the logic of, oh my god, the president did this, I gotta destroy the whole US. He has that logic, but like for Japan, with the shogun. like you get what I mean? I think that's kinda how he's thinking. Like, I gotta burn this whole place to the ground. But yeah. My favorite servant though. My favorite servant. I think I have. I won't lie. Favorite servant. Favorite servant was like This one is like, okay. I'm gonna say one, and then give like honorable mentions because that's kind of how it is right now. My most favorite servant. So, there's a few layers to this. Because I like most of them. My most favorite out of all of them is like there's two layers to it, bro. If we're going from the writer perspective, obviously it's Saber. Saber got the most character depth out of everybody because he survived like the longest. You know what I mean? Like Saber's great, but because it's so obvious, I just like Saber. Because of that, I can exclude Saber. I really like. So I think my actual favorite one is actually, to my surprise. But I think this is like there's layers to it. Like I said, I really liked this version of Joanne. I thought she was very cool, but like this is what I mean when I say it's hard. It's hard because the thing that makes me like her so much is her dynamic with Chiamon. If there's no Chiamon, this Joanne isn't here. So she's like an honorable mention. My actual favorite, my 100% favorite, I won't lie. I'm stuck between two. Ryder and Archer. But I think if I had to pick one, I think it's Archer. Ryder is my favorite, but like I can give like some good reasons why I really like Archer, whereas Ryder is more like I like Ryder not from a writing perspective. Like the actual story, like the character writing is not what makes me like Ryder. Ryder just happens to check off all my boxes of like stuff I like. For example, Mysterious, epic armor. I love Ryder's armor. Ryder's armor is so cool. Cool armor, mysterious character, about business. You know, Ryder clutched up multiple times in the story. Like Ryder was about it. Whenever Ryder pulled up, they were like definitely like throwing hand. Like they did not play. Then Ryder took off the armor. I like Ryder's design. Characters that I like kind of character wise, are like I like Ryder Ushigozen because I just kind of like I told you this, bro. I like crazy characters. I just think they're cool because like she is absolutely crazy, but at the same time she's doing exactly what she says she's gonna do the entire time. She's trying to achieve Yui Shosetsu's wish. Like she, you know what I mean? She's just absolutely deranged. So I think it's just cool. I just think it's cool. I like characters like that. But Archer is like, he was just such a cool character. He was relaxed, he was strategic, he was smart, he was cool-headed, but him and Zheng Chenggong's relationship was just so cool because I feel like out of everybody in this cast, even Saber and Iori aren't like this, I don't think. Were like Archer and Zheng Chenggong were like they were genuine friends because you know they're both Chinese. That's part of it, but the history that they had was like they were so compatible because Archer knew Zhang's history because he saw his path. Like he knew what he had to go through to be in the position he was in, and he's just like, I understand. I would have done the same thing. Like me and you both, all we want is just we want our clans, our dynasties. We want our dynasty to live on. We just care about our people. That's all. We just care about our people. We're from different generations, but our values and stuff are all the same. To the point that they're just two friends. Like they felt more like friends than master and servant compared to everybody in this cast. Like they were like bros. Like dude, they would just be drinking together. Like even I remember the side quest. They were talking about their past, right? And as Archer's learning more about Zhang, he's just like, you're surprisingly like cool-headed, or you're more courageous than I thought. And Zhang's like, you really think so? Like my blood is actually boiling right now. Like these people were under me and they died. Now they can't go back to their families. Like I'm gonna avenge them. It makes me angry that they died. And he's like, but I had to wait. I think he either had to kill his father or kill one of his family members to get the position he was in and get the power he has. But Zoyu's like, I would have done the same thing. Like in a position like that, like there's always blood on somebody's hands. And then at the end they were like, he was like, hey Archer, like when we get back, can we talk? And he's like, you mean just as master and servant? He's like, no, like as two people who just care about their nation, care about their country, type thing. And it's like, these guys are just bros. These guys are just bros. And like, it's touching because Archer's death felt really sad because his only wish was that I want to see my king's victory. I want to be there and be with my king the entire time to see his will through. And I believe in his real life he couldn't. He failed at that because he got sick and died and left his friend behind. In his own words, like I left him behind. And then he's with Zhang now, and it's like my wish almost is granted. Like I just want to be with I want to serve under this lord and see his goals through. And it was really sad because when he died from getting mind controlled, it was like he said, like, Zhang, like at any cost, like achieve your wish, like by any means necessary, reach your goal. And Zhang's like, I swear I'll do it. And then Archer died. And then he said, like, yet again, I failed. Or something like that. And that hurt. Because it's like, he couldn't do it. He couldn't see his friend, king and friend, reach their goal. He left them behind. So I just found him very likable. Despite, I wouldn't say he had short screen time, but I guess he wasn't there. He only made it halfway through the story, but he left a very lasting impact. Which is like someone like a really cool character. Yeah, like he said, like even this one, like he got mind controlled and started killing people in Akasaka. Like he couldn't forgive himself, so he was like, I have to off myself to protect everybody. But yeah, I remember he was like, Zhang, like this is the end for me. You have to rely on your own strength, but I know you can by any means just achieve your wish. Follow, like do what you have to do. And till the very end of the game, Zhang always says it, like, Archer, I'm gonna do it my way. Like I'll do it. I'll be able to do it. And I thought that was just so cool. Joanne and Ryder are honorable mentions, but Archer, man, he was he left an impact on me. Like, such a cool character, man. Yeah, man, like, yeah, see his wish. All his wish is I want to serve my king and I want to see him win. That's literally it. That's literally it. All basically just win the war. That's it. No crazy plot line, nothing. Like, I just want to win with my king. That's it. That's it. And he couldn't do it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that, like, it makes me sad that he couldn't do it again. He failed in his own, like, perception. He failed again. He left his king behind again. And I'm like, oh, Archer, bro. Archer, no. But yeah, anyways, that was great. I love him. I love Archer. Love Archer. Love Archer. Love him. Like, compared to everyone, he felt like, okay, Saber had some of this towards the end, but he felt the most human. Like, he felt normal. Like, he's just chilling, man. He's just chilling with Zheng Chenggong, drinking, like, happy. Like, he's just happy to be there. You know what I mean? He's just happy to be there. That's it. And it I don't know, man. Like, with all these broadlet characters, like, oh, I want to rewrite history. I want to destroy this. I want to destroy that. He's like, man, I'm just happy to be here. Like, that's it, man. Like, I love it. I love it. I'm just happy to be here and serve under a lord. That's great. I couldn't ask for anything else. Then they took it from me. Shaking my head. But you know who else was a good one? I really liked Kiso Yoshinaka, sorry. He's another interesting character. Which one of the rogue servants? Like, I just like he has a very yeah, I just thought he was a cool character because just as a person, like, you know, he has the mask on. He's like not a martyr, but like, oh, I guess kind of. Like, he's just like, I must destroy the evil ogre. Like, that's it. That's all I live for. That's all I die for. But when they showed his flashback and, like, he had his wife that he loved, which he chose to leave her behind. Like, he told her to not fight with him anymore to keep her safe. And then he comes back and he's like, if only I could just go back to those days with her. But it's like, no, like, that's the past. That's not now. Right now, I'm here to destroy the evil ogre and get rid of the evil. But the thing, I guess the contrast to that I think just makes him so cool is, like, I remember he wrote this in that note he gave you. He's like, we defeated the evil ogre, but remember, not all ogres are evil. And, like, exhibit love and respect for all living beings. He hates the evil ones, but he knows that they're all not evil. And, like, he implores you to keep that in mind. Like, not all monsters are bad. Like, doesn't it say it at the bottom? Let me see. Yeah, he is like, yeah, his wife would descend from the good ogres who like peace and harmony. That's why he hates the evil one, who just wants to bring a chaos. But I love his like, he's so stern and has that, like, threatening mask on, but like under the mask, he's a very nice and caring shogun. I think he was a shogun or something, a very nice and caring leader, you know. But like when he puts on the mask, it's straight like I would destroy the evil. You know what I mean? It's like, it's cool. Like you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of those characters in like media that hate some specific type of creature, but they hate them. He hates them with the same intensity of those characters. Like imagine if he thought all ogres were evil. He hates ogres with that type of. He hates evil ogres with the intensity that he thinks they're all evil. But he knows they're all not. That's why he hates the evil ones. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. I don't know if juxtaposition is the word, but it's like it's that clarification. Like remember to love and respect all living things. Know that not all ogres are evil, not all monsters are evil. Treat them like with the same respect that you would anything else. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. But only one more thing I want to do. I kind of did this already, but I wanted to go through the characters and give my thoughts real quick. Some of them I already did. Some of them I can go a little further. But like, this game was so great. It had such a cool cast of characters. It was cool seeing that everybody was like based. It was cool learning that everybody was based in like real history. And I think this cast of characters for this fate iteration was just very good. They had a very good, robust cast of characters that all had their own little stories, which was really nice. We already talked about Iori. I thought he was really cool. I think he's a very cool, tragic character. In the sense that like when he almost died at the port, he lived in the port town. The port town got ransacked. And the ransackers kept him to like tell him what to do and stuff. Like the leader like had him pour his drinks and stuff. But it even said it. The leader was like the leader enjoyed like the leader didn't dislike kids, but once he didn't have a use for them anymore, he just got rid of them. So it was like Iori was supposed to die on that night. Like they came, killed everybody in his village, kept him, and in his perspective, he wasn't gonna make it to the next morning. You know what I mean? They were just keeping him so they didn't feel like it anymore. And then that person, I don't even think that person was Musashi. I looking at it again, I don't think that person was Musashi. There was some other person. Somebody came through and killed all 80-something of those guys with their swordsmanship and didn't kill Iori, left Iori. And that put that mark in him. Like, to be able to cut through anything, any person, any time, any place with swordsmanship that just looked so perfect. I want to become that. I want to surpass that. And it just came down to the whole born in the wrong era thing. Where it's just like that dream, I think, is not weird. But in the era he's in, it is. It's out of place. You know, like even he was like he even says it, like he lives his peaceful days. He just studies the sword all the time. Literally, he just studies the way of the sword all the time. But something like swordsmanship, and I guess like many other things, many other crafts, I could use that word. Studying it every day is not good enough to master it. you can't just study it. You have to do it. You have to do it and become better at it. But in the time of peace, Ito, there's no reason for Iori. Even Saber was like, why are your sword skills so good? Like, that's weird, because in a time like this, you really don't have a reason to ever use it. And he's like, I just have to. Like, if I stopped studying the sword, I wouldn't be able to live. And Saber was like, wouldn't be able to live? Like, what does he mean by that? And it's just, that's all he wants. He literally just wants to master the sword, bro. And the worst part is, like, Musashi died before he could teach Iori everything. So Iori couldn't even learn everything about Iten Ichiryu. To that end, as you can see in his bio, he never named himself the official. He never named himself the successor of it because he didn't feel like he was. He didn't learn everything. His master died before he could finish teaching. So he even, like, the way of the sword in general, he was still trying to master just the way of two swords, just the way of that his master taught him, you know. And because of the time period he was in, he just simply he couldn't. And I remember saying this. I remember saying this. Way before, where I was like, I feel like before we, like, I think I was still on the rap path, or I was halfway through my first New Game Plus. I was just like, the thing about him is that I can already see the problem. Like, I can already see where his descent is, in the fact that, remember what I said earlier, you can only get better by doing it. He's had no reason to use his sword skills and hone his sword skills and fight strong opponents until the waxing moon came. And it's just like, I don't think, like, he's not someone who wants, or he kind of is, but how can I describe him? In a peaceful world, the only way you can get better at what he wants to be better at is through conflict. You can't get better at it any other way. So I'm like, I would only imagine this conflict that wasn't even for that long made him so much stronger. Of course, you wanted to keep going, but he even says it. He's like, I know that this is wrong and it's not moral. It's almost evil to keep this going, but I want to master the sword. I want to be the best. I know that conflict is bad. I know that peace is good. I lived in peace for long enough. I see that this is a good way to live. This is a perfectly reasonable way to live, and I don't disagree with it at all. I can see the benefits of it. I can see the meaning of it. I can see why people like living this way. But I can't. And I can't force myself to. I can't change myself. So, even though disrupting this peaceful era seems like such a horrible thing to do, and is a horrible thing to do, for my sake, I need the conflict to stay. For me, it's selfish. He knows it's selfish. He knows it's not the moral thing, but it's what he needs for him. And I'm just like, man, like, it's such a sad thing to see, because even he says it. He's like, it's not like I'm not. He even says, like, I'm not. It's not like I'm not reasonable. Like, I'm not, like, completely nullified to emotion. Like, sympathy and being sentimental, all that stuff has its place. I can feel those things. I can feel happiness and love and stuff like that. Like, I love my sister. Like, I I can feel that stuff, and I don't try to get rid of that stuff. But all that stuff still is second priority to becoming the best swordsman ever. And all of it just boils down to he's someone who's not in the right place. It's very sad. But along with that, you know what also like makes it crazy to me? That last monologue that Musashi had, where it was like, if you just chose peace, you'd be happy, but you chose the way of the sword. That time is long gone. That time went away when I was young. But even still, like, let me put it this way. And I think this is why he said, Master, you're just as bad. Musashi says that. You chose the way of the sword. If you just chose peace, you'd be happy. But think about it. Musashi wasn't a spectator. Musashi taught. And Musashi chose to keep teaching him. Despite knowing that he would be better off. He would be better off choosing peace. But it's like Musashi being like the father figure to Iori. It's almost like, despite all that, this is what you want. This is what you want to do. Like, why would I deny you that? You know what I'm saying? The typical, I think this is what's best for you, but what you want is different. But I don't want to stop you from what brings you joy and what makes you happy. I don't want to take that from you because I think you're better off without it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a very real thing. And it's just like, even Musashi, knowing that this might happen to him, knew like this is what he wants. Even when he died, he was happy. He was happy that he died that way. Like, what other way to die than like, I want to be the best, but quite simply, you just lost to someone better. You know what I mean? Like, as a warrior, I feel like you both fought at your strongest, and the better fighter won. And that's why I think as a warrior, you're not upset with that. You accept it. You're like, I went out fighting. I couldn't be the best, unfortunately. But this was the life I wanted. I was either gonna keep fighting till I became the best, or keep fighting until somebody killed me. It was one or the other. You know what I mean? So I thought that was very cool. Very interesting. Even me, as much as I wanted to just chill in peace, I'm like, that's not what he wants. He wants to just keep fighting. Very cool character. Love this guy. Throughout the story, he was great. He's funny. He's chill. He's a very cool guy. But deep in his heart, like, that desire he has from that one night, it's like, I guess they wrote it in such a way that it's so compelling, even to me, that I find it hard to contest it. You know what I mean? Like, it touches me so deeply, where it's like, he was so small and saw that, and it planted something in him that, to me, it's just like, I can't be mad at him for it. I almost feel envious that he has something so deep inside him that has moved him and pushed him for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's not something a lot of people get. So it's like, it might not be good considering the era, but I can't dislike it. Zheng Changong was very cool. He's a very interesting character. I think I said that about everybody. Very friendly. He was a bro. I think what I liked about him was that he's like a general. He's a foreign general. And I think for me, the thing about him that I really liked was like he was really cool, very respectable and respectful and like helpful to his comrade. He cared about you could tell he's a general who cares about his troops. He gets really upset and sad when people that were under him die. He kind of takes on the blame for it. And I think the thing for me that like really I guess gave me like that really moved me about him was when Archer died. And he was chilling. He was talking to Iori and Saber like, "Well, guys, I guess I'm out. You guys do your best. I want to see y'all win, but I gotta go back to my country. It was a great fight. It was nice knowing you. Hope we meet again, and I'll see you around." And he left. And then like, dang, like he's pretty tough. But then like when he was crying, he was like, "Thank goodness that despite everything I've been through, I'm still able to cry. I'm still able to grieve a fallen friend." And it's like, I don't know, man. When he said that, man, it's just like him and Archer's dynamic was just so good to where like I feel like the death of Archer hit so bad because unlike I want to say most of the other cast, you could tell like how important Archer was to him. Not just as a means to an end or like as a servant or as a bodyguard or anything like that. Like a genuine like friend, like a bro, like a fella, like a comrade in arms. And I thought that was a very moving thing. And then even at the end when in the snake route when he goes with Castor, he does it, but it's like, you know, he said like by any means necessary, I'm gonna reach my goal. And then even after he lost, he's like, I'm not gonna give up still. But it was touching when he was like, I hesitate to leave Akasaka because I cause so much trouble for these people. Like the whole city's destroyed. You know what I mean? Like he has that by any means necessary energy, but he also has a little bit of self-awareness to understand that even though he'll do it by any means necessary, doesn't necessarily mean he won't reflect on the means he took. You know what I'm saying? He's someone who will do what needs to be done, even if he kind of regrets it. Or I can't even say regrets it, but like looks back on it and like feels guilty about it or something. Or like wishes he didn't need to do it, but he did it anyways. He's that type of guy. You know what I mean? Even I think in the caption thing, he was like, if there was a way for me to do it that way, I would have picked it already. But there's none. So I got to do it this way. And I think it takes a certain amount of willpower to do that. To realize that the ideal path isn't real, and the only path you can take, you're gonna get some blood on your hands, but it's the only way you can do it. And that won't stop him. Even if he doesn't like it, or he like kind of doesn't like that it has to be that way, he'll do it anyways. And I feel like that's just it just speaks to his dedication to his country and his legacy and stuff like that, you know? Very but he's also just really nice, you know what I mean? He's cool. Like he's so friendly and everything. He's great. He's very honest. And earnest as well. Chiamon, I already went through about Chiamon. You know, Spark Notes, goated, a character who went through a tragedy and is just a result of that. He fought. He was very. He also has tenacity. And I just feel like seeing it throughout the story, he was effective. He was emotionally efficient. He was about it. He got things done. But I think it's just, like, at the end of the day, he just wanted his family back, but also wanted revenge. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it. But he's a certified hater. So you know what he did? He's like, oh, that's fine. I don't gotta make it through this. You're not making it either, though. And he murked Caster. He's like, oh, that's fine. You can call my wish stupid, but you're not getting yours either. Come on, bro. Even to the very end, this man is a hater. He moves me. He compels me. I understand where he's coming from. I respect him because he accepts the consequences of his actions at the very end of it. He accepts his fate. But it's like, I'm telling you, man, I'm not going to get my wish. I know I'm not going to get my wish. I know I'm going to hell. I know I'm going there alone. But I'm not going to go without somebody else. Like, come on. Like, that's fine if I lose, but you losing too. I rock with that. Yui Shosetsu, we already talked about Yui. Good, righteous. I love her. She's just so nice. Yeah, like, she's super smart. Super smart, knows how to fight, very righteous. She's a homunculus. She's an artificial human, and she just couldn't accept that she just couldn't accept the world as it is. She wanted to make it better. And I just feel like the thing about her, also, I think this is amplified by the Fate Go collab. So I highly recommend reading that if you didn't finish it, if you want, because this kind of goes into it. Like, she has her genuine wish, but she also, like, she's innocent in the sense that she had the right idea, but she caused so much bad, not on purpose. I forget the word for it. When you did something not on purpose, what's the word you use for that? In something, on something. I forgot the word for it. When you didn't do it on purpose, but you did it. Altruistic. Yeah, well, that's not what I'm thinking of. What's the word when you did something but you didn't mean to do it? You didn't do it on purpose, but you did it anyway. Unintentionally. Thank you. My mom told me. My mom told me. Unintentionally. Like, she unintentionally caused so much problems with Ryder, and it made her almost Ryder's twisted ideology of her wish almost made her feel bad about hers. Like, my wish, like, this wish is just not, like, there's no point, like, it's not right, it just causes issues, it's just naive, and I can't reach it, but I want it. And then in the ray of light path, you're always like, nah, like, you can do it, this will happen, I believe. And that, like, she just wants the world to be better. She wants it so bad, and I can't help but like love her for it. Like, she's great. But it does make it sad because, like, she wants it, but it's almost as if when I say innocent and naive, she almost wants like like a perfect world, like she wants a happy ending for everybody, fantasy world, happy ending, whatever you want. And whenever that fantasy, that dream gets cracked, like when the veneer is gone and the reality, she gets hit by a reality check again, it just, I always feel bad. It makes her sad. It was with Ryder, she was crying. Then with the Yoru's true nature, you saw how sad she was. She was heartbroken because she's like, your light was light, but it wasn't the light I thought it was. It wasn't the ending I thought. This wasn't. From the very beginning, I was wrong. Like, we couldn't work, and it's like, she's just so sad when she gets hit with that type of stuff. But I know she just wants everybody to be happy. So she's a very likable character. Whew, excuse me. Almost had an outburst. I almost said a very strong word that I don't use unless under very specific circumstances. I strongly dislike this man. I almost said the H word. I strongly dislike this character. For none other reason than my man took the biggest W of the entire war, and then flopped. That's the only reason. Like, I'm telling you, man. He just took such a huge L, man. Oh, nah, you know what? Same thing. Sushi Mikado's dad is real. Yasushige Sushi Mikado is a real person. Dude, I'm so mad. Like, it makes me mad because, like, I solely dislike him because of he couldn't beat the bum allegations. When we killed him in the rat path, I'm like, okay, I chose to chase him. I didn't think he was gonna die, but okay, I chose to chase him, so that makes sense. When he got off screen in the rat route too, and the snake route too, I'm like, are you serious? My man controlled every servant. My man rigged the game and still lost. The only silver lining for him is like everybody else. I respect the wish he had, which is he just wanted to restore his family's legacy and restore his family name. And he had his brother, his little brother, who was not as good at magic with him, but he'd never berated him or thought lower of him or thought he was whack or anything like that. Like, he truly cared for his clan, and he truly wanted to do all these evil deeds to get this waxing moon, to do all this crap, to pave a way for his younger brother to carry the torch and fulfill, like, restore their family name. And I don't dislike that. Like, I think that's really cool. Like, he seems evil and cunning and deceiving, which, don't get me wrong, he is. But it's the same thing. The means justifies the end. He just wants to restore his family name. Him and his brother. Like, because he has that air of being, like, cunning and deceiving and whatnot, which he is, but not once did he ever treat his brother that way. Even his brother being like, I'm not as good at magic. Like, what can I do? You're a superior mage. And he's like, bro. He's like, Takatoshi, there is still more than just being a mage. I'm doing all this heavy lifting with all this magic stuff, but you'll be able to carry the torch. I'm like, I'm good at magic. You're good at, like, normal people stuff. You're good at that. Don't shut that down. Don't put yourself down about that. You're good at that. So I'm gonna do all this crazy sci-fi, fantasy, demonic hullabaloo to pave the groundwork for you to be able to restore our family name the right way. And he died before he could do it. So to that extent, I really like the nuance there. I just feel like he got jobbered in the story so bad that he's a bum. Unfortunately, he's a bum. My man got off screen, like he had all the cards on his hand and just died. I'm like, bro, come on. How do you fumble that bad? At least he didn't put it that much of, he literally got fumbled. I'm like, oh my god. You gotta hold that, bro. You really gotta hold that L. You just gotta hold that L. But I think his wish was admirable. And just like anybody else, he was willing to do any means necessary. But since he's the host, the leader, the creator of the event, his any means necessary is more brawling than everybody else, which is why it's even worse that he got washed. So I do still think he's a bum. He didn't beat the bum allegations. However, considering that he created this entire ritual and did all this crazy stuff just to restore his family name, it's like he was going hard. He was going hard in a sense that, like, I can't hate him for it. I can't hate him for it. Like someone like Kirei, not like I hate Kirei, of course, but Kirei literally wants to see the world burn. He wants to see the world's evil be created and destroy everything. That man is just evil. I don't think Tsuji Mikado's like that. But he's willing to do anything to reach his goal, even if it's underhanded and evil. Basically. That's how I feel about him. Dorothy's cool. I think out of everybody, Dorothy was a very cool, respectable character. But she's just, you know, she's royalty. She's a noble. She's a mage. She's very uppity and prideful in what she does. But like everybody else, there was a little bit of silver lining in the sense that she's nice, like, but she puts up a front, basically. She puts up a front on everybody. But even with Assassin, she put a command spell. She put a command spell on Assassin, like a failsafe, like if you succumb to your demonic powers, only chase me, only come after me, because she had the sense of responsibility. She had the sense of responsibility of, like, I'm in this war, but I'm not here trying to cause all these problems for all these foreign people. Oh, the remote just fell. So I don't want to hurt these people. I don't want to, like, disrupt. Like, I don't want to cause harm to these people. I just want to win. So I'm gonna take responsibility for anything that happens. And you know, same thing. You know, business transactions. You know, oh, I leave no debts unpaid. I'll owe you your debt. But you know, she is a little bit of a, you know, she puts up a front, talking all that mess to Iori, acting tough. Then he leaves and she's like, "Thank you." I'm like, yeah. Iori's too good. Iori got the spaghetti coming out of your pockets. But not much else to say. She is nice. She's funny. Like, she's like, she cares, but she tries to act like she doesn't. That's what makes it funny. She's like, oh wait, why am I? Should I really be so worried about, like, somebody I don't know? But she was already getting tight of you not being taking precautions. Dayu, love her. Love Dayu. She's so nice. We gotta talk about her too. Probably the weakest she's the weakest master out of all these ones, but she's has such resolute will and, like, so much kindness and compassion in her heart that it's like you can't help but just like her, like, and feel for her. Her relationship with Samson was great. Her relationship with Musashi was great. Her relationship with all the other girls and the courtesans at Yoshiwara was great. Like, she's just like, dude, she even made you some rice balls, man. Like, she's she's a sweetheart, but despite how frail she looks, she's actually very tough. She's one of those characters. Despite that, like, her appearance of being the remote just fell again, of being very frail and like fragile, she is like on the outside, like, she's not a match. She don't know how to fight, but she's very strong-hearted and tough and iron-willed. And when she believes in something, she doesn't back down. Even when she met Musashi, remember when she met Musashi, this dude was about to murk some lady, and she got in the way and was like, no, like what are you doing? Like, don't she was like, don't hurt her. And the guy's like, fine, I'll just cut both of y'all. And she didn't move. She was ready to get murked for some lower level courtesan girl. Like, she don't play. She'll stand in front of a deadly weapon and she won't move. And I'm like, come on. I like that. I love people like that. Soft but tough. Small but like firm, Saber, we always talked about Saber. Saber is very cool. It took a while for Saber to warm up to grow on me. I mean, like, cause Saber seemed really like headstrong and brash, which seemed kind of like not bad, but like kind of reckless. You know what I mean? But like, despite that, very strong heart, very good person. They went through they went through their life, and just their sense of righteousness is really touching, because it comes from a place of like, I don't like what I used to be, and I want to be better. I can't undo what I did, but I can change what I do. You know what I mean? And I think having that feeling of like, I'm never gonna stray from this path, because I'm becoming better, but I'm never gonna forget where I came from, what I was, and stuff like that. And I feel like that constant reminder, like, he lost Ototachibana Hime, he lost everything in history, and they, as atonement for that, almost like as atonement for that, it's like I'm trying to think, as atonement for that, he wants to do the right thing, for the sake of all the people he killed. Give me one sec. My bad, I'm gonna get a snack real quick. But yeah, like I was saying, also I'm back. I got myself some Cheerios. It was pretty good. I'm eating them right now. I really like Saber's just character development and like I talked about it last stream, but just his relationship. When I say his, her, they don't say what Jim say. The relationship with the Yori is just so good. I love like Saber. I love Saber. Yeah. See, look. After his long journey of conquest, his loneliness growing with each battle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you become the strongest. You become the strongest swordsman, or become the strongest. But you know how it goes. Think about it. If you're killing everybody, at the end it's just gonna be you by yourself, alone, nobody else, and like that's a sad way to live. And I think Saber realized that Yor was going down that path, going down that path, in the sense of like you want to slay everything in your path, but all that's gonna leave you with is loneliness and sadness, and you're gonna lose that. You're gonna lose what's dear to you doing that. And I found that like I just think the relationship is so good because of their similarities, you know. Who else? Zolu. Oh, I talked about Archer, right? He's my favorite, but you know, super cool. He's like a fella. Very cool, likable. Like I was so sad the way he went out. Like I was just so sad with the way he went out, because it was just the same thing. Like he never got to reach that goal of his. But he was chill, very cool-headed guy. Because Noble Phantasm was cool as well. Yeah, I just thought he was super cool with that. Oh, this version of Joanne, man. Oh my god. This was such a good like reimagining of Joanne, because I won't lie, when she first got revealed, I was like, man, they're putting Joanne in this game too. Just because he's a fan favorite. Whack. This is whack. He's a Lancer. This is trash. Boy, did she prove me wrong. Because I thought she was the alter version, but she's not. And she's just so sad and gloomy and passive, but she's still like effective and determined to achieve her master's goals. And I just love let me see. Yeah, the same thing. Where like I think even being with Chiaman and being a little bit like kind of corrupted because of him, she just wanted the best for him. Like she knew the path he was on, and it was just like she tried to sympathize and help him, and like he didn't want it, but like I said, I think at the end she got through to him. And seeing him go out that way, in the sense of like he almost went out like she went out. Like he accepted everything in his final moments, And for her, that was enough for her to be like, feel like this is, I won't say peace, but like this is closure for you. You know, like she was so caring and like she really just wanted the best for Chiemon, despite his demeanor, you know? Even just being a little different than how she usually is, in her deep heart, she's still, you know, she's still a holy maiden. Ryder, bro. This reveal was so good. Because I just remember, game first comes out, I'm like, yo, I think that Ryder is Raiko. The armor looks close enough. Bro, when Uchi goes and got revealed, and Yui was like, wait, but you told me you were Raiko. I'm like, bruh, she tricked us and Yui? She tricked Yui and she broke the fourth wall with this deceit. I was like, oh my god. I love the armor. I hate the boss fight. I hate the moveset. But I love Ryder's armor design. The no armor, true self. I like it because, like I said earlier, I just like crazy characters. I like how she has a corrupted desire to fix the world. And I like her design because she looks like Raiko. She looks like Raiko. Like, I saw the similarity, I'm like, oh my god, she looks like Raiko if she didn't sleep for 6 days and you cut all her hair, but like not with scissors. Like you cut her hair with like a machete. That's how she looks. And I was like, that's such a cool concept for a servant. Taking her demonic aspect that was like part of her before she sealed it and making it its own servant. And that servant being able to pretend that she is her other self. Like, really cool. Very, very cool. And like, you know, Ryder is crazy and like evil, but like I can't help but like you know, Ryder also feels like the world is crooked. And it might be because of the fact that when Uchigozen was found out to be part of Raiko, I'm almost positive I'm pretty sure they had the kid and then tried to kill it or get rid of it, then somebody else found it and then raised her. Like the Minamoto clan founder. Like, definitely she almost got murked at birth because of her blood. And somebody else took her. So it's like, I think, I don't know, she's evil. She's undoubtedly evil. But like, I think you can tell. I think the type of evil that I'll always like, there's evil that's just evil. And there's evil that's like evil from a place of like wanting salvation. You know what I mean? Like, they're evil and deranged, but like what they want is not like it's almost like it's like Caster from Phase Zero, man. My man literally started crying because he finally saw Joanne again. That's all he wanted. He was deranged and evil and crazy because when they killed Joanne, he was like, bro, why would you do that? And he was crazy and did all sorts of atrocities. But when he saw the light, kind of literally and figuratively, it's like he didn't try to run away from it. It's almost like when he saw the light, it was a light that he always wanted to see, but he never could. And might have not thought he ever could see it. And then when they see it, it's almost that like they're just like, this is like, I'm the bad one. You know what I mean? And I feel like she got hit with that then. So it's just like You know, I can't help but sympathize empathize. I mean, a tiny. Who's next? Hira no Are. Okay, I have complicated feelings about Castor. I feel like Castor had a really cool Castor had a really cool design, and the mystery of Castor was very cool. But I feel like, unironically, Castor and Tsuchi Mikado might have been the two weakest ones. And I think it's just because the way they ended up going in the story, they just weren't around enough for you to learn enough about them. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. You just don't learn about Castor in one of the, if you take a certain route. And in the ending, you do learn about him. He doesn't come back until literally the very end. He literally tells you his name and you just start scrapping. I think the premise is cool. I think he's a cool servant concept. His power is extremely cool and kind of overpowered depending on who it is, who he's dealing with. But I feel like he didn't do much. You know? Like, he didn't... Okay, let me rephrase this. He didn't do much in the same sense that Tsuchi Mikado didn't do much. The few things that they did do were absolutely monumental big events. But they weren't around that much. You see Castor like twice. Then Tsuchi Mikado dies. Then you never see Castor again. Unless you do the other end. But I think the concept is super cool. His character is like, I like his personality. He's very snarky and like condescending, and I kind of like that. Like, he just gets annoyed by people. But I feel like he just he didn't hit. I think his power was super cool, but like he just didn't hit. You know, he either gets off screen, gets murked by Chiamon, or gets murked by you. That's about all he does. You don't even learn his name until the very end, and it's just because he says it. You know what I mean? He was like, "Oh, this is my name. You probably won't even know who I am, though. Whatever." Very cool powers and abilities and whatnot. Very cool servant. A very cool servant. But compared to everyone else, its presentation was not bad, but was like not as strong. Koga Saburo is kinda similar, but not as bad. I think he was cool because he was a very you know, his issue is he has that contracted demon blood within him, that demon pact, which can make him go crazy at any time. It's constantly trying to eat away at him. I think that's a very cool dynamic, and I thought it was cool because with him and Dorothy, him and Dorothy were cool. Like they had banter, they talked and stuff. Like I'll never forget the first side quest you got to use assassin. Dorothy was being her like herself, and she was like, "We go like onward to Yokosuka or something, or to what was the port? To Kanagawa port or something." And he was like, it was dead silent in the night. He was like, "Dorothy, why are you so loud?" And I love that interaction because it shows me that Assassin, that bloodthirst in him is not who he is, but it's the curse that he's stuck with. You know what I mean? He's a pretty chill guy. He's a gentleman. He'll pick up Dorothy like a lady and jump up the cliff. And then she's like, "Oh, I see. Like, I'm surprised you know how to treat a lady." He's like, "I mean, I might not look it, but like, I had a wife." I thought he was just a very cool character. It kind of sucks that he went out the way he did. Like, you know, Noble Phantasm goes crazy, gets possessed, and then dies. And then, you know, my man dies in a cutscene. And he just gets casually name dropped. Like kind of like Caster, he kind of got done dirty, but because you got to because unlike Caster, you got to play as him and see more of him and Dorothy's personal journey together. He's very likable. Even his noble phantasm, like the fact that he had that demonic curse on him. That to unleash his full power, he has to just go berserk. You know, even Dorothy trusted him like they were about the business. You know, like all their interactions before he got possessed, man. Like he was about it. He was effective. He held her down. Like they were cooking. They were a very dynamic duo. Like they went hard together. And I really enjoyed it. Like I liked, like even like you remember when he kept calling her princess, like in Japanese, he kept calling her Hime, and she's like, no, I'm not a princess, but you call me lady. In my country, you just call me lady as an honorific. He's like, okay, Princess Lady Dorothy. She's like, it's fine. Like like it's those little interactions where it's like these two are cool with each other. Like this is a pairing. You know what I mean? Like they definitely like this is a pair that they get stuff done. This is the team. That they kind of have clashing personalities, not in a bad way, but also the fact that like Assassin, he could have just not gotten possessed by Caster or Tsuchi Mikado, but he was like, no, actually I'm going to. I want to see if you got it in you to stop me. Which was kind of, I didn't like that, but he was kind of already getting possessed anyways. So it's like I thought it was interesting that she summoned. I think it's cool to see she summoned somebody with such monstrous strength, so monstrous in fact that it's actually a threat to you and everybody else, but it's up to you to keep that strength in check and not let it get that bad. And if it does get that bad, you have to handle it. And in both routes she did. Even if she had to die, she handled it. She took responsibility and she held it down. Like it was kind of like a contract within the contract, And I thought that was really interesting. Like imagine teaming up with somebody who at any moment could just go crazy and destroy everything. And it's on your shoulders to take care of it. And she had the capacity to take care of it. I really like that. I think that was a cool idea. I didn't like, in the grand scheme of the story, I didn't like that he went out like that. Like he kind of got off screen unless you went and chased him. But I like the premise. I like the idea, Like, I'm almost a liability. I'm really good when I'm not, but because of my blood and my curse and my legacy, I am a liability. If my instincts go out of control, I can keep them in check, but they can take me over. And what are you gonna do when they do? And let me say, Dorothy stepped up to the task. She didn't hide. She didn't run away. She didn't. She was like, "This is my responsibility." I knew getting into this that this might happen. So I thought it was very cool because I feel like you don't often find servants like that have that risk associated with them. You know what I mean? Like Caster from Phase Zero wasn't a risk. He was like, "Bro, I'm gonna just do this," and his master was like, "Oh heck yeah, dude, awesome." You know what I mean? So I thought it was very cool. Who's next? Musashi. I know her from Fate Go. She literally only has two. Come on. She literally only has two bio things. Because if you know who she is, you know who she is. She's cool. She's lovable. Very likable. I think she's awesome. In this story, she was really cool. Seeing her interactions with Iori, I thought was very, very good. And it was interesting seeing how, like, to the very end, she's still, like, she's still abided by Iori's wishes. At the very end, they had that honorable duel between samurais. She lost, and she was like, "Dude, that was awesome. Like, good job. I'm proud of you." I don't really have much to say about her. Like, I guess I know her so well that nothing new, no, I didn't learn anything about her in this game that I didn't already know about her. Does that make sense? Out of everybody in this roster, I've known her for years, so like I don't really have much to say. She was funny though. I liked her character. I liked how they worked the Berserker into her personality. I think all of that's the Rogue Servants, right? Yeah. I already talked about Yoshinaka. I love how he's such a caring leader, but like he's about it. Like he's gonna stop the evil. I already talked about him. I'm not gonna like. I don't want to just kind of talk in circles, you know. But he was a very cool character. I loved him. Loved how honorable he was, how resolute he was, and how much resolve he had to defeat the evil. But my man said, "Bro, the rising sun will defeat you." Like he was not playing. And my man did the noble phantasm and then disappeared, but was happy because he's an evil ogre. Like, come on. But he's also really kind-hearted. Oh my god, I love him. Arjuna, I can understand about Arjuna. I've known him for years. I just think he's cool. Kukulane, we both know about this man. No words necessary. Oh, I love Arya so much. I love Arya so much. I just love like the Tamamos. The Tamamos are so interesting because they're like a funny bunch. They're a very funny group. Because even though they're all Tamamos and are all part of Tamamo, they're not all friends. They're like, I'm pretty sure the Tamamo don't like each other. But even despite that, despite how different they are, they're all Tamamo at the end of the day. So like, they're nice. They are very caring. They might display it different ways, but they do care. They are very affectionate. Very like, once they designate you as the person they want to be like a loyal wife to, you're locked in, bro. You're not getting away. She's like clinging to she's clinging to your ankle. She's grabbing your leg. You're dragging her with you. But she's very earnest and she cares a lot, so it never feels like a burden having her be stuck on you. If anything, it feels like the opposite, knowing that you have somebody who cares so much genuinely and is very reliable. You know what I mean? But they are Tamamos, so they are mischievous. And they will give you problems. They will give you vague issues. They will give you riddles that you got to figure out. But when you figure it out, you will realize that you have somebody who, despite their mischievousness and despite their ulterior motives at times, you are genuinely their object of affection, and it's very genuine and like they're overbearing kind of, but they're never disrespectfully overbearing. Does that make sense? Like they're just happy to be with you. You know what I mean? They just like you. Like they just like you. So the Tamamoisms I can't dislike those. Cersei, know who that is, but I did talk about her a little bit. I love her character. This game gave me a good idea of her character type, and I just like her. Like she's someone that you can't help but care about because of how she is. You know, she's very lovable, despite her rambunctious personality. At the end of the day, it's like she just doesn't want to be alone. And it's just like, you know, I don't know. I just can't help but yeah. I'm gonna join after this. I was trying to get through this, like hurry up and get through this so that I can do the call. I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there short. But it's just like, yeah, like I just she's a very sweet, like lovable character. I like her as well. I definitely have a soft spot for her. Lee Shuan, know about him. Awesome old master. We learned about him at Fate Extra. Not what to say. He goes hard. Samson the Goat. A man who in the entire story only said like 2 or 3 words. But a man who left a lasting impression. This was such a good berserker. Because I loved that. So the thing with like Hercules, for example, is that he was big and he was a gentle giant. But because Ilya was ready to scrap, he was just scary all the time. Even though it was for a good call. Like, you know, he was scary because he cared about her and wanted to protect Ilya. You know what I mean? He's just doing his job. I liked being able to have a big berserker like that, but actually be able to, like, interact with them. Like, him and Iori's interactions, like, Iori never understood him. He's like, I was like, oh, like, he was like, oh, is this thing the thing you were looking for? And it was a little wakizashi, and he took it and just left. And Iori was like, oh, I think I made him angry. And Saber's like, actually, no, I think it's the exact opposite. He looked really happy. He's like, really? He did? You think so? She's like, yeah, I could tell. He would just radiate. And then Musashi's like, yeah, he was just radiating with joy. You know? He's like a big kid. And then when he was at Iori's house to give him a gift back for giving him his keepsake back, he was all shy about it. Like, he was kind of embarrassed to give it to him. He gave it to him. And he was like, Berserker, what'd you need? Did you need something from me? Yeah. What'd you need from me? Nothing. Iori. Berserker, what'd you need from me? Like, I love the interaction because it's just so genuine. Like, bro, you can't talk. How am I supposed to know what you're saying? You know what I mean? But he had a heart of gold. He protected Yoshiwara till the very, very end. And I just I liked it because there were so many people around him that knew the good he had in him. Like Musashi, Dayu, I think some of the Yoshiwara people knew. Saber knew, Iori knew, Archer knew. Dude, Zheng Chen Gong knew. When they were fighting, when he went crazy and Archer used to Noble Phantasm, Zheng Chen Gong literally said, to my eyes, he looked like he was adverse to fight. Like, he didn't want to fight. And it's like the fact that almost everybody could just tell his nature of like, this guy is so strong, but he's not bad. He's a good guy. He's a caring guy. Even Zheng Changong, when he said that, man, I'm like, everybody knew when he was mind controlled. Like, they were like, he doesn't want to. Like, we have to save him. We can't. Like, this sucks. He doesn't want to do this. And I thought it was cool that they could make me feel so like determined to get him free, more so than other people. You know what I mean? Such a lovable guy, bro. Oh my god. Oh, him and Dayu, man. Oh, he was such a great berserker. He was a great berserker. There's not much to say here. Legendary man. He went hard. I loved him, but we know enough about him. I did like him in this game. He's really funny in this game. He's hilarious in this game. And the boss fight was really good. I actually liked how his armor looked in this game. Very cool redesign, and his music as well. I can't wait for the DLC that he's like supposed to be a part of. You can't see it, but I'm shaking. You can't see it. You can't see it, but I'm shaking my head. I was so excited. I was so excited for this character. And she just let me down. She just let me down in every facet. A 15th servant appears, heals Iori. We don't know who it is, but it looks like Kaya. Saber knows who it is, so he won't walk in the door. Right after she awakens to heal the poison from Iori, Yui literally has a pinger that's like, the 15th servant has awakened. I'm like, oh, this is a big deal. But I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. 15, 15. Like, there's supposed to be 14, 7 and 7. Why is there an extra one? Why is there an odd one out? That's supposed to be a big deal, always. The odd one out is always there for a reason to do something. But she didn't do anything. She was around. I loved her relationship with Saber. You know, they were lovers, so that was really nice. But she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. Dude, Chiamon captured her to try and use her for something. We don't even know what they needed her for. We just know that she was important, but she didn't do anything. Like, the story did her so wrong, man. The story did her so wrong. The most she did was get absorbed by Chiamon. And then even then, all she did then was just... All Ototachibana Hime did was protect Kaya from getting fully absorbed so we could still save her. That was it. She didn't do anything else. And it's just like... I had such high expectations. Because whenever Fate introduces like the odd one out, they always have some sort of significant role. And in this case, she did have a significant role. Like, it was implied that she had one. Everybody was talking about her. Everybody said they needed her. Still, but like, we don't know what she was even for. Like, it felt like a waste, you know? And I was really sad about that, honestly. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Dude, did you see how excited I was when she said, I must go? I was so hyped. And then she didn't do anything. She walked out the story. I'm like, oh my god. I definitely think out of all the characters, even more so than Tsuchimikado, she flopped the hardest. Undoubtedly, she flopped the hardest. Like, she broke, like, you know that the rule of theater? The rule of theater, if you show a gun in Act 1, you have to use it by Act 3, by the end of Act 3, or something like that. They broke the rule. They showed the gun, and then they never used it. You know? So it just left me feeling very dissatisfied. So I was really sad about that. I was really sad at how irrelevant she ended up. Like, to the main story, I mean. Like, I feel like it was just like... You know what the worst part is? If they didn't gas her up as much for being the 15th servant, I wouldn't feel as bothered. Like, if she awakened and healed the Yori and nobody cared, and then you just learned more about her and Saber, and nobody tried to capture her, and like, if nobody acted like it was a big deal, I wouldn't care. But everybody acted like it was a big deal, and she didn't do anything. That's why it bothers me. So like, that was just flop. That was a flop. Okay, we only got 2 more characters left. I love Kaya. Kaya's great. There's not much to say about her though. She's just, lovable little sister character. She's like, she's the regular character amongst all the weird stuff going on. She's the normal thing amongst all the abnormalities. And she was kind of important to the plot because of Ototachibana Hime, but like, I blame Ototachibana Hime more than I blame her. She's the best, bro. She's trying. Dude, you see how lit she is? Like, she's so excited to like do nothing. She's like, say no more. Don't worry, Yori. I'm gonna keep this place clean. I'm gonna keep this place so clean that you won't even believe it every time you come back. Like, she was hyped to just help do the most mundane things. She's like, oh my god, yo, my dad gave me this thing. You could probably use it, so here, take it. Like, how can you not be excited to get help from somebody so earnest to help you in any way possible? He's like, I'm from a family of warriors, I'm pretty resilient. I'm ready to help. She's so nice. She's so awesome. She's so lovable. And I like how they managed to have Ototachibana Hime be like a link between her and Ayori. Between Ayori, Saber, and her, like, it was interesting how she tied both of them together, kind of. So I really liked her. I really, really liked her. Gramps, bro. This is another character, man. The Japanese version of this game, if you pre-ordered it, came with a book cover that looks like him. And I didn't care. I'm like, why would I want this ugly looking book with eyes on it? Like, what even is this thing? Like, why would I care? Then the game started. I'm like, oh, it's just this old, like this book that can talk. Whatever. I'm fine. I didn't pre-order it, bro. By the end of the game, I'm like, I love him. I love him so much. He's literally like the funny grandpa character, but he's like a book, so it's even funnier because he can do other funny things. Oh my god! You know, like, wait a minute. There are books. What did he say? He's like, I'm a levitating book, for God's sake. And I loved his voice acting when he turned into the pig. He was like, like, bro, the scream, bro. He's like, what the heck is going on here? But he was also super helpful and super useful throughout the entire story. Like, bro, he was an honorary team member, man. Like, you can't count him out. He was with the crew the entire way. And the fact that at the very end, he was willing to sacrifice himself to destroy the waxing moon, man. Oh my god, dude. Like, he clutched up to the very end. And he was just a much more lovable character than I ever would have imagined. And it just makes me think, like, how cool is it from a writing perspective that you can make a talking book such a lovable character? It's a book that can talk. Like, that doesn't sound interesting. It sounds weird. But he was just so funny, but helpful and wise, and like, oh, I love him so much, man. He got the most improved opinion award is for him. Cause at first I didn't care about him at all, but he just kept growing on me because he just kept being so helpful and nice and like, but also funny. He was literally like a funny grandpa. It was great. He was like, "Oh wow, Cersei, you're actually so sweet, despite how you act." She's like, "You want me to turn you to a pig again?" He's like, "No, please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it." it just like flies away. So many funny moments came from him. But yeah, this game has such a robust cast of characters. I'm glad it came out. I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I did everything this game has to offer. I'm truly glad that I like just steamed on this game. Like, I can't wait for the DLC because this is just, for like a Fate game, this is just so good. It's so amazing. It was such an amazing adventure. All the endings were so cool. It was cool just learning about everybody, learning about all the servants, learning about all the noble phantasms, the servants, the characters, the backstories, the plot unveiling, the plots divulging. Like, it was just such a great journey through and through. And like, I'm happy. I'm so happy I fiended and got all the trophies. I hope you also, because you know, you lived the rest of the game besides the ending you like first got, like, vicariously through my gameplay. So I hope you enjoyed the adventure as well. Because this was a very, very good, like, it's just a good journey, man. Like, all the characters, so much to learn, so much to talk about, so much to like experience, and like, Fate just hits, man. Fate, they don't miss. There were some flops, like Ototachi Banahime, but like overall, it was really good. Like, the Iori was such a cool written character. Was such a cool written character, and like, I just love, like, despite, I think this game managed to make me care about every single character. I think the only one that I really kind of didn't feel anything for was Caster. Even Tsuchi Mikado, like I said, he didn't beat the bum allegations, but when you learn more about him, I I respect his ambitions, even if he took monumental L's. Caster, I just didn't. He was an interesting character, but I didn't. He didn't move me that much. He just was like, you know, he was just doing his own thing. but such a good cast, such a good adventure. I love the historical like relevancy or references. Like these people are either based on real people or related to real people. It's based on an ancient time in history, a time of peace, and it references that like with the Edo period and the Warring States period. Like me, like liking Japanese history, it was so nice playing a game, putting me in the shoes of somebody who lives in the time in the age that I like reading about, or almost right after. Because my favorite stuff to read about and learn about is actually the Warring States era, the Sengoku era, the era that like Musashi was in, the era that uh Sasaki Kojiro was in, the era that Iori should have been in, the era that passed that led into the Edo period. I love that historical stuff. So it was cool, just it's a fiction, it's a game, it's fake, so there's magic and all this make believe stuff, but it really does give you a glimpse of history. I think I said this too a while ago. Like it's kind of like the Assassin's Creed games. You know what I mean? There's definitely some unrealistic stuff happening, but it's just cool, kind of being able to just live in that time, even if it's only through a fictional character. Thought it was very, very cool, very nice. Oh, like it was just so good, man. It was a treat playing this game. I never got tired of playing it. I played through this game 4 times, even speedrunning it. I never got tired of it. I never felt exhausted. I never felt bored by the dialogue. I never felt like tired of the gameplay. Some people might get tired of it because it's pretty basic and easy, but like it's just a story that I know I could enjoy over and over again because there's just so much meat in this story and so much to take from it that you're always gonna have forgotten about something, and then you're gonna play, and then you're gonna remember, and it's just like the writing, the dialogue. There's so much that I can just take from it that I can watch over and over and constantly just feel inspired and like motivated by. So I definitely am really happy that I played this game, got to experience all these characters, learn about all these legendary historical figures, all these people in history, all these different places and times. Um, and I love the references to mainline Fate stuff. Like, bro, Six Way Subamegaishi, bro. When I saw that, I started sweating. When I saw Iori meet Sasaki, I started sweating. Like I love how they manage to like I love the thing that Fate does that they never miss with taking history and just putting a little bit of a spin on it. Putting a bit of a spin on it that just makes it something completely new. Thought it was very, 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 very nice. So many nice characters, so many good servants, good characters. Like it was an amazing experience through and through. I wish Ototachibana Hime did more. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints. Where'd that title screen music? And with that, our journey with Fate Samurai Remnant is finally coming to a close. Started in October, ended in this February. How many months is that? Like 5 months, roughly? It was a great journey through Edo. A great journey through the Way of the Sword. I am glad I streamed it. I am glad I got to bring you along for the ride. I'm glad I got you to play the game and then showed you the rest of the endings. And I'm glad Ken is playing it too. Like, it just makes me so happy. Just genuine joy. I always just smile just thinking about it. Okay, OBS just bugged out on me. OBS just bugged out, but it said reconnection successful. So I'm assuming like it might have flopped, but now it might have F, but then it. And then I guess that's it. I remember seeing this in early last year, and I couldn't believe the game finally coming out. I remember when they first showed Musashi for this game. Alright, cool. I'm like smiling watching this, man. Also Dan, I remember you said it. It was like there's some stuff that I'm gonna understand that you won't, that I'll explain or I'll react to it and then I'll explain it to you. Then you'll understand my reaction. I hope I was able to give you a bunch of those moments when you watch me play this. I hope I was able to give you a crap ton of those moments. Let's turn around for the one time. It really was a fun adventure, and I'm glad I streamed it so that I have it all recorded. I really am. And there it is. Well, sorry to keep you and Kenne waiting for so long, but I'll be there momentarily. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around. Yeah, bro, he got the sword demon eyes. I hope I was able to give you a great adventure. I hope you were able to experience this adventure even more epically with me, like being a narrator / announcer / commentator / quarterbacker. You know, the whole play caller, the whole 9 yards. And yeah, it was really fun. Maybe I'll be back with the DLC. I'm glad I platinumed it, but now, for right now, I'm free from this game. I do want to do a playthrough on Fatal Demon though, with no healing items, but I'll do that some other time. Now, enough. I'm out of here. And thank you for watching. It was truly a fun journey. I love talking about it after 2. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Well, Dan, I'll talk to you in like 2 seconds. Peace out.